Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts. And thanks to our local sponsors who make these live athletic streams possible. Please support their businesses when you can. I'm Jim McCoy. Joseph Brett will be on the camera. We're coming to you live from the Cascade Christian Pavilion on the campus of Cascade Christian High School in Medford, Oregon, where we have the third and final day of the Christmas Classic. We're glad you could join us today. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day as we get set for this matchup. Very intriguing matchup, just at least in terms of storylines, between the Phoenix Pirates and the Cascade Christian Boys. What brings them here? The two teams are playing for fourth place at the Christmas Classic, and we have a pair of teams that are local, and we have a pair of legendary coaches that are on the sideline of this game. Over on the Phoenix sideline, you have Dennis Murphy. Murphy coached, had a successful career at St. Mary's before South Medford, came a-calling, spent many years there. Well, now in his 37th year of coaching after coming out of retirement, Murphy has 699 career victories to his credit. 1979 state championship at St. Mary's and a 2007 state championship for the South Medford Panthers. He was quietly minding his own business, was the 75-year-old Murphy. And sounds like for the most part the last few years he's just enjoyed watching games and being a grandfather and helping out his granddaughter's AAU team. And, well, one of his old charges came calling. Brent Berry over at the Phoenix School District looking for somebody to guide the boys' basketball program. After Troy McNichols stepped down after last season, they had two coaching hires that, for varying reasons, needed to step out of taking on that role. Barry looking for a little bit of help, and who better than somebody that's got the resume of Dennis Murphy if he's available. And Coach Murphy, in his situation, said, hey, I'm willing to be the bridge for you. I'm willing to help you out for a little period of time and do a little bit of giving back here to help everything get back on its feet, and then hand the reins off to my successor, whoever that may be, in fairly short order. And he'll be going up against a guy who actually he's had quite a bit of influence on. Over on the other sideline, Brian Morris, now in his 38th season at Cascade Christian. Morris with 711 career victories, all at Cascade after he took over the program in the fall of 1988. And he has a truckload of state championships to his credit. And one of the guys that he'll tell you that he connected with, and the guy that helped him out a lot in his early young days as a coach, fresh out of college, was none other than Dennis Murphy. For Coach Morris, his brother-in-law, Rick Jackson, happened to be one of Murphy's star players, and then Rick would end up going on to the coaching ranks, most notably over at St. Mary's for quite a period of time. And, of course, Jackson, at one point in time, was one of Murphy's players, got the two connected, and that was really where Brian, once he kind of figured out that he didn't know what he didn't know, or maybe it was more of a situation, it's like, okay, now I'm beginning to figure out what I don't know, and this guy can help me out a lot. And sure enough, the two got connected, learned a great deal from him early in his career, and I would say, well, that relationship has paid dividends and tells you a lot about the character of both coaches, that they have the kind of relationships that they do. But you figure between these two coaches, you're talking about 1,400 career victories, and you're talking a slew of state championships. Imagine the privilege of being a player for either one of these teams, knowing that you're learning from among the best, that when they speak up, when they give instruction, you do well to buy in because they come from a place not only of knowing what they're talking about, but knowing also that they have a great deal of care and love for their students. So looking forward to this game and seeing how it all plays out. The Challengers coming in with a 4-2 record. They got back on the winning track after losing their semifinal matchup against Sisters on Thursday night. Challengers bounced back with a victory yesterday against Klamath Union, smoothed out a lot of those rough edges. Great game for Jake Holden, who ended up with 23 points on the day. Hudson Godsman hitting for double figures with 10. And Hutton Walker, that young player that's really on the rise, is also had 10 points on the day. Meanwhile, Phoenix, with their victory yesterday against North Valley, that was their first victory of the Dennis Murphy era. And again, you know, and I don't think anybody has any illusions is affiliated with this program that your success is measured just kind of one step at a time, one practice at a time, one possession at a time. And it'll be a while before it really begins to show up in terms of wins and losses, although I know in an article I read earlier this week, interview with Coach Murphy, that he does have that expectation. There will be a few wins in store for the Pirates this year, and you know that they're kind of going from that really low baseline to the now they're beginning to move up, and those players are beginning to figure out, okay, now I don't know what I don't know. And they're getting the picture filled in with Coach Murphy, and should be a fun ball game. And, of course, not only do you have that going, but there's a former Phoenix player on the Cascade Christian roster, one of the young guys, Gavin Hayes, transferring over here after his freshman year and learning his way through. It's a young team that the Challengers have, that you have two seniors on the squad, in Derek Farmer and Brady Klecker. So you got a lot of guys and some, you know, new faces to the program, and so they're still learning their way around a little bit. And it shows sometimes in the level of play that there are mistakes being made today that won't be made toward the end of February. Well, we're looking forward to bringing you this game, and also just keep in mind that coming up, we will have also the Challenger girls in action against the Phoenix Pirates, and that game will be coming up at 3 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout, and when we return, we'll get you the starting lineups. You're watching high school basketball here on TableRockSports.net.
The Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle, so we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
The Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle, so we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
6-foot senior wing number 11, Ethan Dobbins.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
The two squads and their starting lineups being introduced right now. First of all, for the Phoenix Pirates, their lineup will go as follows. Lucas Pertone, a 5'11", senior guard. He'll be joined on the lineup by number 5, Eli Humble, number 11, Ethan Dobbins, number 20, Angel Nunez, and number 24, a wing and post, David Flood. Meanwhile, for the challengers, their lineup will go as follows: Hudson Gottsman, Brady Klecker, Andy Alvarez, Derek Farmer. Also have Jake Holden, the challengers' leading scorer, in the lineup this afternoon. Glad you could join us. It's been a great weekend of basketball, and we're looking forward to that continuing. The opening tip in the air, controlled by the challengers. Derek Farmer with the basketball. They'll swing it over the corner to Klecker. Alvarez tipped away, and a steal by the Pirates. Pirates will bring it out of backcourt. Whistle stopping play. Taking care of the inbound will be Flood for Phoenix. Chasing it down is Dobbins. Dobbins guarded by Klecker. Right between the top of the key and the free throw line. Flood trying to work the baseline down to that low post, guarded by Holden. He'll work it up top for Humble. Humble getting a hand on it is Gottsman. Gottsman with the hustle play there. Bounce pass, and it's taken away by the challengers. Here's Jake Holden with it. Glides to the hoop. He can't get it to go, but he's fouled in. He'll go to the free throw line. Jake Holden had 23 yesterday, coming into the tournament, averaging 18 points a game. The Challengers' leading scorer, and a transfer from Baker. First free throw attempt is good. So, 54 seconds in, Challengers take the early lead. Second attempt on its way. 82% free throw shooter, just misses it. He'll have a drive to the hoop. Goes at the feet of Alvarez. Alvarez over and underneath. And the Challengers have the 3-0 lead. Bounce pass from Dobbins. Flood, cross-court pass back to Dobbins. He'll pull up and shoot. His shot short. The whistle. And a foul call against Cascade Christian for Brady Klecker. That'll be his first personal of the ball game. And that will send Dobbins to the free throw line. He'll miss on the first free throw attempt off the front iron. He'll have another coming. Second attempt, that one just a little bit long, but there with the rebound is Dobbins. And it'll be Phoenix underneath with the inbound. That'll stack them all up for Dobbins. And he'll go ahead and swing that out high for Pertone. Flood between the circles. Passes right wing for Humble. Pertone drives, kicks it out. Dobbins, around the horn it goes to Humble. Now they'll work it down low for Nunez. And the Pirates come away empty. Meanwhile, we have some rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling taking place here in the Challenger forecourt. And the foul call against Eli Humble. That'll be his second personal foul. And that'll be the second team foul for the Phoenix Pirates. Gottsman getting set for the inbound. Hutton Walker checking into the game for the Challengers. Walker will take the point position. Been very productive off the Challenger bench so far in the season. Farmer with the basketball, drives, kicks to Gottsman. Gottsman had a good performance yesterday with 10. Meanwhile, driving to the hoop, Andy Alvarez. And they're going to call him for the offensive foul. That'll be the third team foul for the Challengers. Challengers will offer up a little bit of press here against the Pirates. Pick up his dribble, Flood with the basketball way out high in front of the Challenger bench. Down the corner to Flood. Swing it around. 10 on the shot. Dobbins pulls up, shoot. It'll be a little bit short, but they're wrestling around. Patron there in traffic. He'll kick it out for Flood. Patron, hounded by Farmer. They'll dump it inside. Dobbins touches it off the glass. The and one. And the foul will go against Hutton Walker, his first personal of the ball game. Well, opportunity to tie here. We got 4:53 left to go in the first quarter of play. Dobbins, his shot a little bit flat. Ball tipped around. Walker has it out of backcourt. Walker on the drive, picks up his dribble. Alvarez, cross-court pass. And there, Gottsman with an attempt, but it is rejected by Dobbins. Out of bounds it'll go. Cascade along their baseline. Inbound for Holden. Swings it. Gottsman will have a look. He knocks it down. Hudson Gottsman with the 3 ball to make it a 6-2 ball game. Patron swings it around the horn. Dobbins up top. Flood guarded by Gottsman. Dobbins loses the ball in traffic. Derek Farmer is there. Quickly up the floor. Ball high in the air. Gottsman is there. He'll shoot. Shot just a little bit long. Hutton Walker climbs the golden ladder for the rebound. Down on the baseline over on the far side. Farmer now to Gottsman. Gottsman swings it for Holden. He'll look at the 3. His shot just a little bit off to the right. And there to secure the rebound for the Pirates is Dobbins. Dobbins with the ball. Swings it. Flood with the drive. And too many steps there. Turnover. Cascade ball. Checking in for the Challengers. Sophomore Gavin Hayes. So you got Walker with Gottsman, Hayes, Klecker, and Holden. Hayes swings it around the horn. Gottsman will shoot. Gottsman will score. Now Hudson got off to a slow start this year, but I think his performance yesterday signals another day coming. That he's rounding into form and getting it going. And here, going the other way, nice play for Nunez, who kisses it off the window for 2. Walker with the basketball. Klecker from the corner. His shot a little bit long. Ball tipped around. Dobbins able to grab it out of the sky. 2:42 left to go in the first quarter. Dobbins picks up his dribble, swings a pass left to Flood. Flood, his shot long. There to grab it is Walker. Walker quickly out of traffic. Pulls up, shoots. His shot just a little bit flat. Klecker with a long rebound. Driving is Holden. 2. Challengers lead by 7. Dobbins with the basketball, right at the top of the key. Now over in the corner for Flood. We have substitution in for Phoenix. That is Theo Hodgdon, number 23. Down in the corner, Walker with the steal. Quickly up the floor, there's Holden. He lays it up and in. Jake Holden, 5 in the ball game. Going quickly the other way. Dobbins had a look, couldn't get it to go. Quickly on the break. Holden lays it up and in. 15-4. Challengers with the 11-point lead here in the first quarter of play. 1:14 left to go in the frame. Down in the corner. Grabbing it. Dobbins. Swings it around the horn for Flood. There at the corner of the free throw line is Patron. Patron kicks it out. And we have a 3-second call against the Pirates. It'll be Challenger basketball, and Coach Brian Morris likes to run in short shifts. And with the depth he has on this year's team, he'll be able to do that all the more often. Noah Darland checking into the ball game for the Challengers. He's in there with Alvarez, who returns for Cascade. Klecker, his shot long. Hayes with the putback attempt, and that was blocked. Nunez trying to take it out of backcourt. Dobbins with the basketball. Dobbins will bring it out high. Shot clock turned off with 15 to go in the quarter. Dobbins has a little bit of trouble with it. And a 5-second violation against Phoenix. It'll be Challenger basketball. Getting set to take care of the inbound is Noah Darland, sophomore guard. Very young Challenger team, just 2 seniors. Klecker from the corner, his shot long, and that will end the first quarter of play. After 1, Challengers out front by a score of 15-4. We'll take a timeout and be right back here on TableRockSports.net.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Getting ready to start the second quarter. Challengers out front by a score of 15-4. Pirates with the inbound. Ball bounces out. And today, hey, looks like we got, it's a family affair for the Farmers here at the Christmas Classic. Darren Farmer, Derek's dad, taking care of the public address. Eli Humble checking into the Pirate lineup. Patron was going to go ahead and come out. Challenger lineup for you. We've got Farmer in there along with Gottsman, Holden, Klecker, and Alvarez. He drives hard to the hole. He lays it up and in. He's going to be one of those guys as he continues figuring it out. He's just going to become more and more of a force. Dobbins with the pass. Patron. Humble lets it fly. That shot just a little bit short. And there with the rebound is Holden. Holden, skip pass, Klecker. Now they try to dump it inside. The pass, Holden to Alvarez. A little low. Just maybe a little. And the turnover. Speaking of turnovers, the Pirates turn it over, and now we've got Mikey Covey getting set to check into the ball game for Cascade. He'll come in, and then checking in for the Pirates is Isaiah Governor. So the Pirate lineup for you, you've got Humble in there along with Nunez, Governor, Holden, and also Patron. Shot from the side, no good. Offensive rebound. Farmer can't get that to go. Ball's tipped around, and Covey runs it down. Klecker with the basketball, kicks it out to Farmer. Nothing but net. Derek Farmer with his first field goal of the game gives the Challengers a 16-point lead. I misidentified Dobbins earlier as Holden. Holden plays for the Challengers, but it's Dobbins, number 11. You can kind of tell the primary ball handler and kind of the floor general for Coach Murphy. David Flood checking back into the ball game for the Pirates. Luca Pertone ends up, he'll take a little breather here. 6:16 left to go in the half. Gottsman from downtown. His shot rims around and off. Dobbins with the rebound. Quickly up the floor looking for Humble. And it's lost out of bounds. It'll be Challenger basketball. Pirates going to call a 30-second timeout and let's give an opportunity. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. Fans, our sponsors, make it possible to bring you our winter sports coverage. Thank you again to General Manager Justin Lombardi and our title sponsors again in 2026, the Lithia Superstore on Highway 62. Your home for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles and trucks. Final day of the Christmas Classic here at Cascade Christian High School. As I mentioned, the Challenger girls and the Pirate girls will do battle here at 3 o'clock. We'll have that game here on the live stream for you at Table Rock Sports. And then we've got some championship matchups coming up later today. I tell you what, that game between Ashland and Trinity Lutheran coming up tonight, that is going to be a contest. You see a lot of raw athleticism and speed for Ashland, and then with Trinity, you can tell that this is just a solid, well put together team. And right here, Alvarez making a move, ball's out loose. Farmer tries to run it down.
Trinity, a really well-rounded team. Ashland is fast.
Yes.
And they've got a kid in Torzan. Ashland's like a 1-2 punch. They've got like two guys that are really going to be the main scorers on the team. But they got one kid, he doesn't have an off switch at all. I've seen him a few times now. Mm-hmm. And again last night, Torzan is his name. Had 29 last night for the Grizzlies. And that kid is just He is
Yeah,
full
he is
of,
something else.
Full of it. His tank never empties.
I was going to say almost seems like almost all his points come on drives, and you just can't stop him.
His dad sat right in front of me and David last night, and David knows him really well. And his dad said he realized really quick that he didn't have a three-point shot at all, and so his dad said, well, just go to the basket. And he had 13 buckets within 5 feet.
Yep, I don't have any doubt about that. So that'll be a fun one to watch. Meanwhile, an exchange of points, Dobbins connecting from downtown, and then Farmer answering with another, his second of the game. Dobbins with the attempt. That one rims out, and here's Walker out of traffic. Walker, here's a guy with a lot of speed himself. Meanwhile, moved to the hoop by Humble. Tipped around, Flood corrals it. Dobbins will shoot from downtown. His shot off to the right. Farmer with the rebound. And it was last touched by the Pirates. Walker's got a lot of that same speed, Joseph. I think for him, it's just learning as a freshman. He's just learning how to control it.
Yeah, it's early in the season, early for some of these young kids, freshmen, sophomores getting their first varsity run, and might take a little bit of time, but they'll figure it out pretty quickly.
Well, and that's why you get so many of these holiday tournaments as an opportunity to get a lot of experience in a short amount of time. Farmer with the feed down low to Alvarez. Alvarez, muscled as he is going to the rim.
You're talking about that Ashland Trinity Lutheran game that'll be played later tonight. Trinity Lutheran was down by 13 at one point yesterday to Sisters, and they battled all the way back and came away with that victory. They were a really well-rounded team, and they were fun to watch.
They are. They got a lot of different ways that they can beat you, and I think definitely for anybody who is here to watch Sisters play the Challengers on Thursday night, that was a team that if they weren't respected before, they have a lot of respect now, in terms of being another one of those teams that has a number of different ways that they can beat you. But congratulations to Kyle Gilbert and the Saints, and again, looking for a very entertaining matchup this evening. Lefty jumper from Humble, can't get it to go. Gottsman had it for a moment. There's Alvarez with it. Quickly up the floor to Gottsman. He'll pick up his dribble. Farmer. Around the horn it goes. The shot from the corner. In and out. No good. Derek Farmer with the putback. Derek, and of course, just the All-State football team just got announced yesterday. And to the surprise of no one, Derek Farmer, a first-team All-State. Of course, state runner-up Burns, their quarterback Jack Wright ended up being the offensive player of the year for the state. And then the defensive player ended up being, and now, of course, as soon as I mentioned that award, I can't remember the guy, but their big lineman ended up with the defensive honors. And then Burns' head coach ended up with Coach of the Year. But Challengers very well represented on that All-State football team. 29-7. Challengers leading with 3:27 left to go in the half. Gottsman on the left wing. Walker now to Covey at the corner of the free throw line. Well, swinging around the horn. Cross-court pass. Shot short from the corner by Farmer. Out of backcourt, Dobbins. Stops his dribble, feeds it, making a move to the hoop. Just a little too much muscle on that one for Hodgdon. Meanwhile, Walker going to the hoop. He lays it up and in. Timeout called. We will take one as well. Challengers lead by 24 with 2:45 left to go in the half, and we'll be back in 1 minute.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
2:45 left to go here in the half. Final day of the Christmas Classic. Challengers taking early control of this ball game. Pirates wearing white with the basketball. Dobbins with it. He'll bounce pass high left wing for Pertone. Ball tipped away, intended for Nunez. There's Hutton Walker. Walker, skip pass over to Holden. Drive by Walker. Tries to work it left side, but ball's lost out of bounds, and I think that is one area that's dogging the Challengers a little bit, but I think it pretty much got it dogs every basketball team early in the year is the turnovers. Pertone, cross-court pass. Dobbins, he's triple teamed. Humble over in the corner. Pertone, ball tipped away. And Pirates keep possession of it with 19 seconds left to go on the shot clock. David Flood into the ball game for Phoenix. Luca Pertone taking the breather. Corner, Dobbins, guarded by Walker. Try to dump it into the low post. Hayes with the steal. Gavin up the floor to Gottsman. Covey, and then Gottsman. Gottsman with his third triple of the half. This was a guy who started out 1 for 19 to start the season from 3, but that has changed in a hurry over the last couple of days. And that's the thing you tell them, shooters shooting. You keep at it, and each miss is one step closer to your next make. Wholesale substitutions for the Challengers. Farmer, Alvarez, and Klecker into the ball game. Folks, before and after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Bros and enjoy your favorite treat. Dutch Bros supports the communities that support them. And for over 60 years, there's no better place after the game than Abby's Pizza. Make new memories at Abby's. .104 left to go in the half. Down the corner, Dobbins lets it fly. Good-looking shot, can't get it to go. Rolls out of bounds. It'll be Challenger basketball. Farmer and Klecker. Gottsman. Heat check. And guess what, Joseph? He's hot. He's got it going. So that's 12 in the half for Hudson Gottsman. Meanwhile, Nunez and Alvarez wrestling for the basketball. Andy Alvarez, the son of Challenger Athletics Hall of Famer Tim Alvarez, who played here back right around the turn of the century and ended up playing some college ball. Played a little pro ball for the Giants for a couple of years in their system. Foul called against Jake Holden on the offensive side of the ball. He's whistled for his second personal of the ball game. Both teams with 2 team fouls. Taking the inbound, Humble, cross court for Dobbins. Dobbins tries to feed it, stolen away. There's Holden. He'll lead the charge out of traffic, and he throws it down with a one-handed jam. Jake Holden with an emphatic exclamation point on the first half. After one half of basketball, the Cascade Christian Challengers lead the Phoenix Pirates by a score of 39-7. We will pause for messages, and then we will have your halftime report brought to you courtesy of the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. Don't forget that the activities guide is out right now. Sports leagues, classes, activities for everybody. So visit playmedford.com to learn more. We'll take a 2-minute break, and then we'll be back with more here on TableRockSports.net.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as a fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
All right. Well, you know, in a game where we've got a couple of coaching legends, that also means that we've got, if Dennis Murphy's around, well, then you know that B.G. Gould's going to be close by. And he shot us a picture of the scorebook and looking at the first half stats, waiting for the Phoenix, for those to arrive from that side. But Looking at the scoring for Cascade, Hutton Walker with a basket. Then Hudson Gottsman with 4 3-pointers leads the way for the Challengers. You also have Brady Klecker with a bucket. And Andy Alvarez with 6 points. Derek Farmer has a pair of threes to his credit for 8. Jake Holden has 9 points. So Challengers, 15 points in the first quarter. Then they really tore it up in the second with 24 more. And let me see here. I don't have anything yet on the Phoenix side other than to say, let me see if I take a look at the scoreboard here from this side. At least I can account for 7 out of the 9 leading the way.
That's all I got, 7.
So, yeah, with that then you have Dobbins leading the way with 5. And then a basket by Angel Nunez. Today's game is brought to you by the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events, and by Hart Insurance, providing personal and business coverage in Grants Pass and Medford. We'll go ahead and pause for a couple minutes, and then we'll be back here on TableRockSports.net.
The Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
The Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia.
For Susan. During the holiday rush, those might be the best words you can hear all week. At Abby's, you get a night off from cooking, a place to gather with family, and easy holiday catering that everybody loves. For legendary pizza and hospitality, visit abbys.com.
From where I'm sitting, looks like you need floors that can handle spills. Yikes.
Right now at Lippert's, get stain-resistant carpet just 99 cents a square foot. Laminate just $1.99. And ask about special zero-interest financing at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
Aloha and Melikaliki Maka from Abby's. End your year with a tropical twist. Our big Hawaiian pizza at a legendary holiday price. Plus, earn $5, $10, $20 or more in free pizza with our holiday gift card offer. Abby's, a legendary holiday pizza tradition.
Did you know that the city of Medford is the largest provider of community recreation classes, programs, and sports leagues in Southern Oregon? Check out the Fall Program Guide for hundreds of offerings at playmedford.com. Well, I know you've heard the speeches over the years. I think when you're in the position of the Phoenix Pirates, where it almost feels like, in a sense, you're building from scratch, although you're talking about a school and a program that's been around for years. You measure your success, your measuring sticks for success look a lot different than they do in terms of how it might be for a program with state playoff aspirations and so forth. That I have to imagine in the minds of Coach Dennis Murphy that he's thinking, okay, it's one possession, one half, one game, and hopefully the next step better than the last.
Yeah, yesterday they were able to take down North Valley after losing to them pretty bad in their opening game of the year, which was a good step forward for them. You're mentioning how Murph probably is thinking it's one possession at a time. I assume he's looking at during the game that way, but I think outside of that, I think he's just trying to get these boys to start playing well together and start building some camaraderie and starting to play a little bit cleaner basketball. Win or lose, I think he's just trying to get these boys at this point right now to start playing clean basketball. They're turning it over a lot. They're forcing a lot of really bad passes, a lot of bounce passes that are not crisp and clean, and defenders are able to just step right in front of them. So I think they're just going to keep building, trying to get cleaner and cleaner. The offense will come, but just taking care of the basketball, I think, at this point is going to be one key thing that they're going to try to encourage these kids to do. And, another thing that he might start emphasizing is take the shot when you have it. Right?
Yes.
Right now, these boys look like they've played a little bit scared here in the early going of the season, and they've had a lot of good opportunities to take some open shots, but they're still passing the ball around, still trying to find something a little easier. I think if they start taking those shots and building the confidence, it'll all come together.
Absolutely. Holden in double figures now after making the field goal off of the miss by Gottsman. He has 11 in the game. Dobbins, who has 5 of the 7 points for Phoenix, dishes off. Flood now to Humble. Humble working against Huddy Gottsman.
Phoenix is always looking to get to the basket here. They're still looking for Nunez down low constantly, and I think it's got to be trust yourself. Start trusting yourself to take the shot, to get the ball in the basket, and it all come along.
Meanwhile, Gottsman with a drive to the hoop on the breakaway. Ends up with the miss, and so now Dobbins with it. Last possession, they ran it all the way down to the buzzer, and Dobbins, a little cleaner look this time, and now the ball loose in the backcourt. Dobbins able to secure it. Left at the top of the key. Cross court now for Humble. Corner to Flood. Pertone, he'll drive to the hoop, goes with the left hand. He kisses it off the window, 4-2. Quickly going the other way, Holden with the basketball, kicks it out. Gottsman will shoot. Gottsman's shot rolls off. There to grab the weak side rebound is Flood. 5:57 to go in the third. Try to work it down low. Pertone looking for Dobbins. Pass out of bounds, and now checking into the challenger lineup will be Hutton Walker. He'll stroll up the floor, pick up the dribble, dump it down low. Alvarez. Well played. Smooth and clean. Alvarez with 7 in the game.
And that's how you get the ball down low right there, is the ball movement. You got to keep it moving fast. Phoenix is holding the ball and waiting for their guy to post somebody up, and your defense is going to be able to see that all the time. Cascade just showed them exactly how to get the ball down low with that ball movement.
Meanwhile, there's Alvarez with the jam. Andy Alvarez, he's got 9 of the game. Meanwhile, an answer by Humble and the Phoenix Pirates. Klecker, Walker, back to Klecker, guard-to-guard exchange. Ball knocked around. Alvarez unable to hold on. It'll go out of bounds. Gavin Hayes checking in along with Derek Farmer. So Gottsman and Alvarez will come out for a breather. Flood guarded by Holden over on the left wing. Up top now for Humble. Humble between the circles, starts a drive, pulls up as he loses the defender. Little stumble there by Walker. And a foul against Hutton. That'll be his second personal foul of the ball game. Foul called against the Challengers. That'll go against Brady Klecker. That'll be his second personal foul of the ball game. And an offensive foul called against the Pirates with 4:23 left to go here in the third. Humble whistled for the personal, and that'll be his third. He'll come out as Hodgson checks into the ball game. Let's get the scoreboard up to date here. It is 45-11. Klecker with the basketball. Swings it cross court. Walker. Farmer down in the corner. He's had it going today. He actually came into this tournament the team leader in three-point percentage at 45% on the year. Meanwhile, going the other way, David Flood.
And Flood right there, three-pointer. That's a guy you got to get going each and every game. He's got a pretty good little touch to his shot. A few games I've seen him play, he can get hot pretty quick. And he's only a freshman. And he's probably got some of the better confidence on the team as a freshman.
Well, you know, that's the thing when you're in the position that the Pirates are in. You're trying to identify those building blocks. Those guys you can build a problem. Like with Dobbins, you can tell definitely he's kind of the floor general for the Pirates. For him, though, he's a senior this year. So, but when you look at what the future of this program can be, you look at a player like Flood, and you go, okay, well, there's something we can work with there, and now let's see if we can find some more pieces to build around him. Discussion between the officiating crew and Coach Morris and the Challenger bench. Not real sure what was going on there, Joseph. But they're off and running again. Flood, Dobbins, Bertone. Ball out of bounds, last touch by the Challengers. .326 19 on the shot clock. Bertone guarded loosely by Klecker. Now for Flood. Bertone on the drive, goes to the hoop. Shot no good. Nunez put back attempt, but it is rejected. And the horn sounds. Shot clock violation. I think you look for those little things that during the game that you can use as a benchmark to say, yeah, that was good defensive possession there. And I think anytime you get a team to work their full 35 without really getting a shot up, that's one of those things you can use as a positive. Klecker with the basketball, dump it inside to Holden. Holden feeds Alvarez. He lays it up and in. Looks like one thing that may have happened, as I see, whereas Phoenix was at 14 at one point, Now they're back at 13. Meanwhile, we have a foul against Gottsman. That'll be his first personal foul of the ball game. Dobbins, Pertone, guard-to-guard exchange. Flood with the ball. And a steal by the challengers. Farmer had it for a second. Now goes to the hole. Lays it up with the left hand. 2. Derek Farmer with 13 in the ball game. Flood up top. Pertone. Down in the corner. Steal by the challengers. There's Farmer leading the charge. Goes to Klecker. Misses the layup, but there to put it back is Jake Holden. Timeout called. We will take one as well. Your John L. Scott scoreboard showing the challengers with 54. The Pirates with 13. We'll be back after these messages. Road Credit Union is proud to partner with the Medford School District each year to bring you the touchdown, three-point, field goal, and strikeout clubs which raise money for North and South Medford athletics. And thank you to Steve Vincent and Avista Utilities in Southern Oregon for over 15 years of sponsorship to support our live streaming coverage. 1:36 to go in the third. Dobbins with the basketball. He'll pick up his dribble or Flood. Challengers pretty well sealing off that interior. Pertone looking for somebody to throw to. Goes Nunez. Back to Pertone. Alvarez thought he might have had a steal there for a second. And now there is. The horn goes off for the shot clock violation. So with 58.5 left to go in the third. The challengers bring it out of backcourt. Klecker, Farmer. Down low for Alvarez. He'll kick it out. Gottsman will shoot. Gottsman's shot. In and out. Running it down, Pertone. And now it'll be challenger basketball. Well, we talked about all the experience of Dennis Murphy, but he's got plenty of experience on his bench. Kirk Daly, one of his longtime assistants from his South Medford days, and one of his former players, Mike Vanderhoff. Going back a few years in the time machine. Meanwhile, Holden making a drive to the hoop. Good defense there by the Pirates. 23 seconds left to go in the quarter.
It tells you how long he's been doing it, considering, former player on his bench now coaching with him. And, the girls' coach,
yes,
Superintendent Brent Perry.
Yep.
He was one of Murph's players as well a long time ago. And I love the story of how he asked Murph to come and coach
Yeah.
for Phoenix, where he talked about how Dennis came up to him one day in the hall and said, "I need you to come play basketball." And Brent returned the favor by kind of asking him in the exact same way.
I
saying,
need you to coach.
I need you to do me this favor and come coach this year, please.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's crazy how it's come together like that. And, you know, for Murph, obviously, this isn't about chasing a championship, and this is not about getting more wins. You can't get much more than he's had, but rather it's a situation of you got somebody in need, you say, I'll be willing to take that on. And kind of, I think he likened himself as kind of being a bridge coach. And I think, you know, no doubt, whoever eventually ends up taking the reins will find a program that will be in much better shape down the road than what it is today. Start of the fourth quarter. Phoenix with the basketball. Flood. Nunez up at the top of the key. Dobbins. I have a little collision down on the low block. And have an offensive foul against the Pirates. The second we've seen in this half. Noah Darland in the ball game for the Challengers. So Coach Morse going with some youth in the backcourt. The freshman Walker and the sophomore Darland. Noah thinks about a three, instead passes it up. We also see Wyatt Scott, young player in the ball game. Actually, that's Jacoby Getman. Darland going to shoot from three. It's good. Noah Darland from downtown. 57-16 Challengers. 6:47 left to go. Down in the corner, Dobbins has it. Kick it back out. Humble picks up his dribble. Being hounded there by Scott. We got Scott wearing number 4. Getman wearing 32. Gavin Hayes with the rebound. Walker picks up his dribble. Thought about a shot for a second. Gets it from Hayes, and now a shot by Wyatt Scott. And the lefty knocks it down. Sophomore guard gets the Challengers to the 60-point mark with 5:56 left to go in the ball game. Dobbins with the ball. Up top to Humble. Humble pulls up, shoots. Long rebound comes out to Scott. Scott with the ball. And they're going to call him for the carry. I think that's about the third one of those I've seen today. It leads me to kind of believe that's something that, and that's one of those things that they kind of tend to let you get away with sometimes until they don't.
Right, and I think that might be something that they're emphasizing, keeping it a little bit more eye on. I've seen it called a little more this year where the hands getting under. And
meanwhile, a shot from downtown. Well, you mentioned it. You know, Flood, you can tell this is a guy that you know, as his confidence builds, can put some points on the board for you.
He just needs to keep putting them up. He gets open looks, but he's pretty particular about when he shoots the basketball. And I think with the way the team is right now, they need somebody to really step up. And one of these days, something's gonna click, and he's just gonna put them up every chance he gets.
Offensive rebound by Scott off the Hayes miss. We have a tie-up on the floor. Possession arrow points in the direction of Cascade Christian.
You know, if you're shooting anywhere between 40 and 50% from beyond the arc, you know, I have no quarrels if you keep shooting it.
Absolutely. Hayes misses the attempt. Rebound by Phoenix. Hayes, a transfer from Phoenix High School. Meanwhile, Challengers with the basketball. Inside, Darlin kicks it out for Walker. He eyes the long-range jumper. A little bit long. Nunez gets the weak side rebound. Meanwhile, Humble from downtown misses the attempt. Challengers going the other way. Hayes, 2. Gavin with his first bucket of the ball game makes it 62-19. 3:25 left to go. Flood with the basketball. Top of the key. Left side to Dobbins. Tried to dump it down low for Nunez. And Nunez dumps it home. Well, there's another thing you talked about, Joseph. Nunez, that guy, you can tell they want to get him down there in that low block. And you can see what they're capable of doing with him when it's executed well. Challenger basketball. Scott picks up his dribble. Now for Hayes. Has it stolen away by Flood. Flood quickly up the floor. Spins around. And Hayes tries to get it back. Ball is out of bounds. Last touched by the Pirates. .231 left to go in the basketball game. This contest settling the matter of who finishes fourth for the tournament. Challengers. Some ways this didn't exactly play out like they had hoped. So they found themselves in the consolation bracket a little earlier than I hoped. I know that those guys really wanted a shot at Trinity Lutheran, but Ashland's going to get that this evening, and that's going to be one heck of a ball game. Pirates with the ball. There to put it up and in. Theo Hodgson. 62-23. Walker kicks it out. Scott will shoot. You want the definition of a rainbow jumper. That's what Scott has. He shoots that thing any higher in the air, and he's going to get rain. Meanwhile, on the move to the hoop, laying it up and in. Nice drive there by Isaiah Governor. 65-25, inside a minute left to go. Hayes setting the screen for Walker. Walker starts a drive. Little reverse move, up and under. 4 points in the game for Hutton Walker. Makes it 67-25. Near steal there by Wyatt Scott. Ball lost out of bounds. Pirate basketball. Clock continuing to run with 15 seconds left. Dobbins on the drive, feeds it down low on a block by Darlin. And one of the amazing things for me to watch is with Darlin, and that's about his third block of the season, is he's not a tall guy, but you definitely tell he's probably had a conversation or two about learning how to be a defensive pest from assistant coach Cody Reese. Well, that'll wrap things up on today's ball game, where the Challengers end up taking away the 65-25 victory against the Pirates. We're going to go ahead and shorten things up here because, well, we've got another game to get ready for, because the Challenger girls and the Lady Pirates will get it ready to square off here in a game that is scheduled to get underway at 3 o'clock. For Joseph Brett, I'm Jim McCoy. We thank you for joining us this afternoon here on TableRockSports.net. Have a great weekend.